Hi guys, here from Schönbrunn. This is about energy and about lower speed limits. Let's put it like this. I'm absolutely endorsing the policy of 100 maximum speed at Austrian and all European motorways. And that should be implemented EU-wide and also in all EU candidate countries. Let's get me a break. The point is, 100 is fast enough and we can limit the speed in the European Union for 100 to save significant amount of energy, and it's absolutely no problem. There will be still efficient communication. It is maybe a bit slower to go from Linz to Vienna, but it's not a significant we have anyhow a speed limit of 130. So anybody who tells me this is the end of the world, please go to Ukraine and fight and give me a break and get out of my way. It's absolutely no problem to limit that. We did it several times in the last big energy crisis of the 1970s, because we are now in the biggest political and really escalation since the 1973-4, this really very dramatic years, our worst years ever in the Cold War. And it was the loss of Vietnam, the tragedies in the Middle East, and all this escalation, and the first and the second oil shock with Iran and the Yom Kippur War. So the thing is, we can absolutely intervene in the consumption patterns of the people, and we did it. In my parents' time, I was still a child, it was absolutely possible to say, for example, just every second day to use the car, or the car-free Sunday. This was major interventions, forbidding people to drive on Sundays, or every second day only to use the car. There was really supply issues. That was significant, That was really hard, and it was also our more difficult years, We are, compared to that in relative terms, by far richer and by far more affluent, and the crisis is not as strong as then. So it's not justified to interdict mobility or something like this. But to limit the speed, please. What's the heck? Guys, if we go 130 or 100, you can anyhow drive faster if you want, you just will be fined if they catch you. So, and it makes most law-abiding citizens will keep to 100, and anyhow, by the way, take the train, buy a Klima ticket. It's absolutely justified. And on these people who have to move to the work, most of them anyhow don't take the highway. If you live so far away from your work that you take significant times on the highway, you probably have done something wrong in your work-life balance anyhow. So that we have to subsidize mobility, carbon mobility, like so-called Pauschale, the kind of lump sum for mobility in Germany and Austria, is outrageous for me. It's outrageous, Stone Age kind of fiscal policy of the right-wing socialist. It's a disaster. Anyhow, that we cannot stop at once, but we can impose a 100% speed limit in protest towards Russia. It will reduce the carbon emissions. It's good for the climate. It's a very good policy. By the way, even President Nixon did it. This was the policy why we have these speed limits in America. Because exactly, it was like that. In Second World War it was done. Of course, mobility was much less fast and much less quite common. But they had the interstate speed limits. Introduced the speed limits for victory, it was called, in World War II in 1942. And America did it again in 1970s. And we cannot, anybody seriously can explain me that this is a massive reduction of my freedom when I can just legally drive 100. I mean, in Germany, this outrageous speed as fast as you go. Have you heard about the victims? Don't they matter? And we are all victims of Putin today. And all these people who mix up their freedom with fast driving, is anyhow complete idiots in my view. And I have no patience for that one anymore. So limit the speed in Europe to 100, European-wide, immediately. And yes, we can. Thanks a lot. And let's win this war. and let's reduce the speed limit and save many lives, save the climate and save Europe for victory. And speed limits of 100 is a very small price for victory. Bye.